Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be sharing 10 facts with you that you might or might not know about me. Most of them probably not because I don't know, I just don't talk about them, I guess. But we're going to talk about them today, so let's start. So the first one some of you might know, before I did YouTube, my life was really revolving around gymnastics and cheerleading. I started doing gymnastics when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and I did it until I was like 12 or 13. And when I stopped doing gymnastics, I was on the 7th level out of, I don't really remember, but I think there are 12 levels in all in gymnastics, and I quit when I was at level 7. And then I went from gymnastics over to cheerleading. And I did cheerleading until my sophomore year in high school, where I got dropped and got a super bad injury, and then I couldn't tumble anymore. But when I stopped cheering, I was a level 5, and level 5 is the highest level you can be unless you're over the age of 18. Then there's like a level 6, which you can compete in, but it's not technically like all-star cheerleading. But yeah, so before I made YouTube videos and played video games, I tumbled and did gymnastics and did cheerleading. That was what my life was about. The second one kind of goes off of gymnastics and cheerleading, because before I did cheerleading, I would wear matching socks all the time. Like my mom would give me matching socks and I'd wear them. And then one time I went to a competition without matching socks, but I ended up doing really, really good. This was a cheer. And so then the next competition I went and I had matching socks and I did horrible. Like I fell on my face straight. It was just bad. I fell on my face and I was convinced it was because I was wearing matching socks. So for like 3 or 4 years, I refused to wear matching socks to any competition or any important event in my life. I had to have not matching socks because I thought they were the reason that I fell on my face. It was a really stupid, weird superstition. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't wear matching socks for like 3 or 4 years. The third thing is I learned my ABCs backwards. ZYXWVUTSRQPONM LKJIHGFEDCBA. I don't know if I actually learned them backwards, but I only remember them backwards. Like if I try and say it forwards, I'll get like I and H mixed up or L and K or whatever it is. I don't know why, I just feel like the backwards version is a lot faster than the forwards version. And I don't know why I learned it backwards, but I did, and it kind of gave me trouble trying to do it forwards. I'm better at doing my ABCs backwards than I am forwards. The fourth thing is that the main genre of music that I listen to is rap. I used to listen to a lot of dubstep, but then I started going to like shows and stuff where they actually blast dubstep, and it's really, really fun, and that's the only environment I can handle that in now. So the main music I listen to now is like rap, the old classic rock songs that I used to listen to with my parents and stuff, but other than that, mainly just rap. Which most of you probably should have figured out by now because I only have rap in the background of my videos, so. I'm not like 100% fluid in sign language at all, but my brother used to take it in high school, and at that time I was really young, so when he was learning it, he taught me what he was learning, and then when I got older, I took a class on it and I learned how to speak it. So at one point in my life, I really thought I was gonna be like an interpreter for phone calls, because when deaf people want to make phone calls, they can't really just hear. They have to have someone show them what the other person is saying. So I took ASL pretty seriously for a really long time, and I got really into it, so I'm almost fluent in it, but not completely. Like there's definitely a lot of words that I don't know, but I can uphold a normal conversation with someone, like ask them how they're doing, give them directions, like tell them what my name is, who I am, where I come from, like just general things like that. I don't know what number we're on now, but the next fact is that I hate bacon, like with a burning passion. Now before you go on and hate me for it, it's not my fault, okay? There was this one time where I was really, really sick, like throwing up every 5 minutes, not being able to get out of my bed, like nauseous beyond explanation. I was so sick. I couldn't even explain to you how sick I was. And at the time, my dad was still living with us, and for some reason, he had to like go to some event or he had to go see his friends or something. He was going somewhere where he was required to bring food. So he cooked like 10 pounds of bacon or some shit while I was throwing up in the other room, and our house smelled like bacon for like a week, and it just made me so sick to have that smell so intense throughout my entire house while I was like throwing up. Oh my gosh. The next time I smelled bacon, it just made me, ugh, I just can't. Ever since then, it just grosses me out. And before then, I don't remember really loving bacon, but I could eat it and I could smell it and it didn't gross me out. But now I just can't even be around it. Like, it's just so disgusting. I hate it so much. And it breaks my heart because apparently Jerky XP made this new Cinnabacon stuff that's really, really good, and I want to try it, but I know I wouldn't like it, and it's not even my fault. It sucks. But oh well, I hate bacon. The next fact is that I got drunk when I was 3 years old. Okay, just 3 years old. I kind of like this. We're just telling a bunch of short little stories. So basically, my dad had like a little, it wasn't just like a little thing of Coke, but it wasn't like a 2 liter, it was whatever's in between, a 1 liter, I guess. I didn't even know that they made those. But he had drinking half of it and then filled it up all the way up again with rum. So half of it was rum and half of it was Coke, and he set it down on the table or whatever. And then he went to the gas station to go get something, and he left his drink there, and I guess I went up and I grabbed the bottle and I asked my mom if I could have some of it, and she thought it was just Coke, so she was like, yeah, sure, have some. And so I took it into my room and I drank the entire thing. I don't know. I don't know. I was like 3 years old. I don't know how I even indulged that much liquid into my stomach. Like, that's disgusting. And it was alcoholic. Like, how would I not even tell? Like, couldn't I tell that it tasted funny at least? I mean, I didn't know what alcohol was, but that's gotta taste so bad. So my dad got home from the gas station and he went to go get his Coke, and he was like, honey, where's my Coke? And my mom was like, oh, I let Alicia have some of it. And he was like, that wasn't just Coke. And so they both ran into my room, and I was like running around, like being all drunk, falling on my face and stuff, and they like didn't know what to do because they didn't know if they should take me into the hospital, but get me taken away for me being like drunk at 3 years old, you know? They'd have child services coming in being like, why the hell is your 3-year-old drunk? Why did you give her a rum and Coke? You know, they didn't want to like take me in and then get me taken away from them, so they were freaking out. And then I ended up just passing out, but I was like fine, and they're like, okay, she's fine, and they just let me sleep, and everything was okay. But oh my gosh, I can't even imagine being in their situation with a little drunk 3-year-old. That's just, yeah. So yeah, the first time I got drunk, I was 3. The next fact is that I've moved about 8 times within like a 20-mile radius of where I live in Colorado. I've never moved to any other state, never been anywhere else. I was born in Colorado, and we've just moved from house to house, like close to where we are. So yeah, I've moved like 8 times. The next fact is that I have been in a movie. I think I was 12 years old, and my uncle is a producer, manager, whatever it is. He does a lot of things when it comes to like commercials and movies and all that kind of stuff. He knows a lot about it, and he's a manager. So he managed me and my brother and like a couple of my brother's friends, and we would all just try out for different things that they had going on locally for like commercials and movies and independent films and stuff. And I ended up getting this independent film, and it was like a rated R movie, and it had a lot of really bad stuff in it, but of course I was never in the scenes that had bad stuff in it, so I was just like, yeah, my name's Sam, I'm gonna go beat this little person. I never even saw the final product. I just did it and got paid, and it was cool, and I was like, hey, I'm on camera, this is fun. But yeah, so that was a really cool learning experience, and like, I thought that was also another thing that I wanted to do, but you know, I just kind of try stuff and let it go, and try stuff and let it go, whatever. And the last fact I have is probably the least interesting fact to all of you, but the most important to me is that my favorite movie is The Lion King. Okay, I will choose Disney over everything. Like, if I only had to watch one movie for the rest of my life, it would be The Lion King. No doubt about it. I am a huge Disney fan, and I just love cartoons in general, so. But yeah, I think that was 10 facts about me that you might or might have not known. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate you all taking the time out of your day to watch this. Let me know if you guys want to see more types of these videos, because I like thinking about different things to talk about, and I don't really ever sit down and just talk about stuff, and this is kind of the first time I've done that, so if I should do that more, let me know, and yeah, I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye!